is rushing to the ruling party. You don't even know what is pursuing them or what they are pursuing. You don't really know what they are pursuing or what is pursuing them. But whatever it is, belittles our democracy and endangers our multi-party democracy. I believe in a multi-party Nigeria. A democracy without opposition ceases to be democracy. It becomes dictatorship from that day. It becomes totalitarianism from that day. Opposition does not mean you have to be fighting. You have to be, here am I, supporting the president's nomination. By the constitution, it is the responsibility of the president to forward a name of INEC chairman to us. And he has done that. The governor consulted me several times to his credit. And I was not convinced because I didn't see any compelling reason for a second-term governor to defect. No reason. And we know the issues in the PDP, but issues are there to be solved by the governors and the leaders. Have they not been the leaders of the parties? I am still standing in the PDP that gave my Bayelsa people, my Ijaw people, and the Niger Delta people an opportunity to run election to emerge as vice president of this country, acting president of Nigeria, and president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. PDP. I am where I have been. I am where I am. I don't believe that Nigeria should be a one-party state. And as a soldier of democracy, I'm used to the ups and downs of democratic practices and democratic life, and political life especially. And I'm still as constant as the Northern Star. Steadfast in the People's Democratic Party, and working with my colleagues and friends to ensure that problems in the party are solved, and I hope that the governors and the leadership working committee who created this mess in our party, all of them, and who instead of showing leadership have created this mess and ensured that it has persisted for this long. And they are the ones now bailing out after creating a problem that they could not solve or refuse to solve. It's very sad. Very, very sad. It's making Nigeria look small and making our country's democracy look ridiculous. I was telling a body of civil society organizations that invited me to see the problem. I said, you don't need to look far to know how the Nigerian political class is committing class suicide. Look at Ghana. You see how people lost election. President Mahama now lost elections. Stayed, contested against the other party, Akufo-Addo's party, lost, stayed in his party. The political leaders of NDC in Ghana did not abandon NDC. They didn't decamp to the NPP. President Mahama waited after the 8-year tenure of Akufo-Addo, contested against Akufo-Addo's vice president, Dr. Bawumia. And to tell you the extent Ghanaian democracy has advanced, even before the final tally was counted, Dr. Bawumia, the sitting vice president of Ghana, called President Mahama and considered no litigation, no rigging, at least in the way and manner we know it here. And President Mahama today is sitting as president of the Republic of Ghana for the second time. So in Ghana, they have established a tradition of a party losing power to the opposition, and all politicians in that party that have been defeated stay put, reorganize and rebuild and consolidate our brand. So in Nigeria, everyone is rushing to the ruling party. You don't even know what is pursuing them or what they are pursuing. You don't really know what they are pursuing or what is pursuing them. But whatever it is, belittles our democracy, and endangers our multi-party democracy. I believe in a multi-party Nigeria. A plural Nigeria can only thrive on a plural democratic environment. And that's what has happened. But on the specifics of Bayelsa, since I left and handed over to all the members who used to be part of my team, and I left, unlike others who are godfathers. I've not been a godfather, just left everything. No requests, no demands, no pressure. Only being available for consultation and advice, that's all. As in this case, the governor consulted me several times to his credit. And I was not convinced because I didn't see any compelling reason for a second-term governor to defect. No reason. And we know the issues in the PDP, but issues are there to be solved by the governors and the leaders. Have they not been the leaders of the parties? But that's where we are. Don't make a comment on issues about my since I left. But I'm just using this to say that I am still standing in the PDP that gave my Bayelsa people, my Job people, and the Niger Delta people an opportunity to run election, to emerge as vice president of this country, acting president of Nigeria, and president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, PDP. This other party cannot do that. And I'm standing there with the PDP. If we don't succeed in retrieving the PDP, in saving the PDP, then we'll be part of a collective decision, which again should not be the ruling party, because I believe there must be opposition. A democracy without opposition ceases to be democracy. It becomes dictatorship from that day. It becomes totalitarianism from that day. Position does not mean you have to be fighting. You have to be, here am I, supporting the president's nomination. By the Constitution, it is the responsibility of the president to forward the name of INEC chairman to us. And he has done that. I know there are people who say a president who is partisan should not have that power. But that is not the law as it is. That is the law as it ought to be, probably. By the existing law, it is a constitutional responsibility and prerogative of the president to forward the name. And if I find that worthy, I support. The other day, they declared an emergency in Rivers State. I came here to condemn it, and I still do so. You can't be wrong and get right. Wrong. He proposed a law on taxation reform. I supported it because I'm a federalist. I'm not in this political service for other considerations. I'm in it to advance my ideals and values that are bigger than me, that are bigger than all of us. Those are the things that move me, that have brought me to politics. So thank you very much for listening to me. If you have one or two questions, I may take them before I leave. Thank you very much. Occasion, I told a few of you, the journalists who spoke with me, that I will be voting to support the nomination. I will be voting to support the nomination of Professor Amupito as chairman of INEC. I've made inquiries, I've spoken to senior lawyers across the country, and what has occurred to me is that there's some kind of confusion between his name, Amupito, Professor Amupito, Professor of Law at the University of Jos, and another professor, Professor Osipiton, also, who is of the University of Lagos or Lagos State University or things like that. And after speaking with a number of people, there's no compelling evidence showing that he was indeed part of the legal team of the president as speculated. Now, apart from that, for professionals, I think we need to be careful when discussing their involvement. Because as a lawyer myself, senior lawyer, several years standing, we know, and you all know, that legal practitioners act for all persons and all parties that engage them. They engage them. In one matter, they will act for you and your party. And even in the same day, in another case, they will be acting for another party and another person, maybe your opponent. So in my view, we must make a distinction between professional engagement, professional involvement, when we are talking of professionals, and lawyers in particular, and partisan involvement, partisanship. You recall that in the 9th Senate, I was one of those who, as a member of the Senate Committee on Electoral Matters, also chaired by then distinguished Senator Kabiru Gaya, took a very firm position in the petitions relating to Loretta Onoshe, where we established firmly that those who will be nominated, who are nominated or appointed by the president to be in INEC, must not be card-carrying members, must not have a history of partisan membership. That was established. And the Senate in plenary adopted our position, spearheaded by some of us. We didn't just do that because of our party. We did it for the country's democracy. We did it to deepen and cure the integrity and trust deficits that has plagued the Electoral Commission. And the president at the time honored the resolution of the Senate. But in this case, I will not be in a position to agree on that. If what is speculated is involvement as a legal practitioner, and in any case, from what has been shown, that he was not even a member, that there is some confusion between the names which are similar. I don't know if they mean the same thing in Yoruba. Professor Amupito and Professor Osipito or Shipito. Furthermore, while I have no personal interaction, nor had a personal interaction, I find it promising that for the first time, the senior advocate of Nigeria has been nominated and put forward for this very sensitive national assignment. He's a professor of law and a senior advocate. And that means he's not only an erudite scholar, it also speaks to integrity as a senior advocate of Nigeria. And as you all know, there have been several professors who have had to pilot the affairs of INEC, including the outgoing one, immediate outgoing one, Professor Yakubu Mahmoud, a very brilliant professor of political science, mostly. And there have been several professors, but none of them have been a professor of law and a senior advocate of Nigeria. I find that exciting. I know that there's a lot of cloud of deficits in terms of trust, not only in the institution of INEC, but a lot of distrust in the country, politically. And we're entitled to ask questions, to raise issues, and to find answers. That is legitimate. But I find it exciting. I think it's an opportunity to have a person of this standing now in charge of INEC, and it gives the institution to renew itself, gives all of us Nigerians an opportunity to demand for the right things to be done. And we believe that a professor of law and a senior advocate who is conscious of his standing as a scholar and his standing among his peers as an inner member of the bar, I believe that he will have something to work for and is the kind of person that, God willing, with everyone's support and encouragement, should be able to introduce the changes, reforms in the electoral system we're pushing, and even reforms in INEC itself. Is the kind of person that I believe should be able to understand the need to do things differently. That when elections are conducted, it's not enough for figures to be cooked up and declared and people told to go to court. I believe that the professor of law and the senior advocate of Nigeria will understand that apart from the judgment of men and the judgment that will come from courts over his actions, there is also the judgment of God and of posterity. I believe he's the kind of person that should understand that onerous responsibility. And unless there are compelling facts to the contrary, beyond what we know now, I told few of you who spoke with me that I will be casting my vote, I will be supporting the nomination. And as a member of the electoral committee and also a member of the Senate, I'll work with colleagues to ensure that the electoral reforms we are championing see the light of day, and that Professor Osibito, when confirmed, I'll move it on. Good, thanks for the correction. I can see why that correction is, that confusion. That we'll all work to ensure that he does what is right. And we expect him, as a professor of law and a senior advocate of Nigeria, the first senior advocate to be so nominated, to understand his place in history. The history of laws, the history of lawyers, the history of INEC itself, and write his name in gold. But just as I was moving down here, there are also developments in my state. And I will issue a full statement on that in due course, but let me tell you that.
That's what I like this. But I don't know what is pursuing them from PDP to APC. I don't know. Even this one, who would have thought it with the camp? Somebody who is doing second term in office. So what do you want again? What is pursuing you? You don't. What is pursuing you now? The only excuse, the only thing that is pursuing this one. Remember when you, which is the governor of Bayelsa State, Doyediri, that have just decanted to APC, and he is doing second term. So your whole issue is not even. There's no excuse because you are doing second term in office. Do you understand? Even if you want to go for Senate after your governor, after your tenure as a governor, you can, under PDP, you can still make it. At that time, you are still fresh. You still have members. You can still make it to the Senate. Now, the only thing is, his whole case now is he's scared. After he leaves office, EFCC might go after him. Do you understand? He might go after him. That is the problem. So now he joined the party until he leaves APC to another party. EFCC will investigate him. They are the ruling party. That is the only problem. Reasons why he left PDP to join. What has Tinubu done for you now? What has Tinubu done for you? Number one, that reason for your sins to be forgiven. Number two, Tinubu is all about money. So Tinubu prefer to give individual money to join the party than to use the money to develop the country for everybody. So he doesn't care about everybody. He cares about his position to win the 2027 presidential election. So Tinubu prefer to borrow money to bribe all these people to be on his side rather than borrow money to do the needful for everybody, because Tinubu himself does not believe in inclusivity. Forget all this one that he's doing. After all, Tinubu said it before. He doesn't believe in one Nigeria. So somebody who does not believe in one Nigeria, how is he going to better the lives of all Nigerians? No, it's only there. You complain, do your thing. So far, he able to force himself into office to rule for the second term. That's what he's doing. Other than that, it's nonsense for me. Now these people are buying to his ideas, like they are decamping to APC. What do you see in APC? What has Tinubu done? What kind of politics? If this man now even if he has not been able to meet 100% expectation of Nigerians, you could see the sincerity in his government. Whenever he speaks, you could see the sincerity. You could see the sympathy. You say, okay, this man is working. He has sympathy. Anyone who does not have sympathy, there's no empathy. You cannot. There's nothing you can do. There's no empathy. You lack sincerity. There's nothing. You can't rule a country. So that is it. Now all those things are not there. So tell me reasons why they are decamping. He has given you more money to develop your state. We're not saying your state have turned to abroad. Reasons why you choosing Tinubu over so they continue to give you more money. Except he give you personal money. The reason why Okpebholo now is taking the issue of Tinubu as his own this thing. So Tinubu even prefer now to vote. Anyways, everybody knows that. So I don't. It's just as if Tinubu is giving you more money. It's not his pocket money. This is allocations. When if he gives you his own personal money, that one, yes, that is the reason why you are joining. It's still his own. You see, allocation money is giving you, telling you it's your own personal money. Don't let anybody know so that you join his party. That's all. It's not his personal. The money is still coming from your region there. Anyways, we don't know what is pursuing them. What is pursuing them? They will go and come back. Oba no they go transfer. PDP still remain, even if they are dead, they're not able to win the election. PDP still remain. They will go, they will still come stronger. A time will come. This APC, you will not hear APC again. What I'm saying, I've said it before. If ADC able to take over from Tinubu 2027, or another party able to take over from Tinubu, forget it. APC will be dead after that. It's the same way you see massive defection to APC now. It's the same way you are going to see massive defection from APC to the party who is going to take over from Tinubu. Tinubu cannot be a president for life. Do you understand? That is the only thing. Because now, Nigerians has already rejected APC. Nigerians is only the members who are in APC, who are in politicians that are in APC, not Nigerians. No single Nigerians. Now, you tell about Nigerian. You tell about APC that is happy with you, that want APC to remain in power, that APC has done anything good for them. No. Anybody telling you that he is a politician, or maybe he's defending his brothers, father, parents who are APC members, other than that is zero. So if another party takes over from APC, forget about APC. APC will be gone, will be dead by then. That's all. Anyways, what do you think? Share this video, like, share, comment, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Be your guy. I don't know for me now.